Hello, you lushers. So I didn't think about how I was going to do today's video at all. I basically dropped in the caveat of I'll do another video and show you how to make the ointment without really thinking about it. So yeah, with zero editing skills, there's only so much a girl can do. This will improve, and I'm yet to actually figure out my format. Of videoing and what I'm going to post. I just know that I have a huge amount of knowledge that I've sucked up over time, and I feel like it's really important to impart it. I think that there's a huge disconnection with our ancestors and with knowledge and being passed down to the next generation to do with the connection that we have with Earth and all the goodness that is literally right in front of us if you know that it's there. So for me, there's a huge amount of that knowledge that feels really powerful. Like to be able to, like I'm making this Comfrey ointment, usually I would wait to have dried root or to have dried leaves to make it with. But because of the situation as to why I'm making it, I haven't got that luxury to wait for it to dry. And to be able to, like living in the middle of nowhere, to be able to go out into the garden and forage around underneath the snow and gather some roots together and make something that's healing and amazingly like magical feels freaking awesome. I want everyone to have that feeling. I don't know if it's like when I was little and I used to love doing Blue Peter things and making potions and things. I used to fill my time with that and I loved it. And this is like the real life. Well, next time I'll have everything weighed out properly in the bowls and stuff, and I can do it proper Blue Peter style. This time I'm not, okay? So this time, yesterday I showed you these roots that looked a bit like that. So what I've done is with a knife, I just scraped down the edges. You can just peel off the black stuff really quite easily. It just comes off well easy. And then you can start to feel all of the slimy good juju that's inside all the roots. Now if the ground wasn't frozen solid, I would have dug deeper and got roots that were under the ground because they are much juicier and fatter, but needs must and all that. There's a few things that I didn't say yesterday which I'd forgotten to say because it was just impromptu. That actually, so because Comfrey is so healing and so powerful, it heals really quickly. I wrote down the percentage, so it can amplify skin healing by 58%, which is pretty massive. And it heals, so it goes into your skin and heals what you've got underneath. So if you've got a broken bone or torn ligaments or bruising and stuff, it's really brilliant for that. You don't want to put it onto an open cut because it can heal so quickly that you don't want it to heal the open cut closed and actually start an infection. So that's really important that you don't use it on an open wound. It's just such an awesome plant. I also use it for plant feed. Do I make it really stinks? It's really potent, and I make a massive batch of it in the spring where I pick a load of leaves and I put them into the water butt that I've got outside and fill it up, and you let it sit and it just creates the most stinky rich plant feed ever. Anyway, back to this. So I had the root and I cut it up into little slices and I put it into a jar. Look at that colour, it's freaking awesome. Put it into a jar with olive oil, because olive oil has natural compounds in it which really help with bruising. So it's just a double whammy of magic hit in there. So what I'm going to do is put this into the bain-marie that I've got on the oven, and I'll let that boil away for 4 hours probably. So I'll have to keep going back to it and topping it up because the water will boil dry really quickly otherwise. And then I'll let that steep for about 4 hours, and then when I've strained it out I might add some lavender to it, or just leave it as it is. It just smells really earthy and really good, and then that will be good to go to its home. So yeah, I will have a think about the format that I'm going to be imparting all of this wonderful stuff out of my mind. It's really good just to get it out. Like I make lots of random things. Here, oh, here we go. This can be my next one because this is nearly out. So I make this stuff called soul food, which is, it's the powdery stuff at the bottom. I could do that for my next one actually. And it's seaweed and other magical ingredients, which is amazing. And it's for sprinkling on food, and it's full of really, really good stuff, and it tastes incredible. Adds a really, really rich, like umami kind of flavour to food. So maybe I'll do that one next time. Or just sit and chat shit, because that's also fun. Yeah, sending you all a huge amount of love, and it's been really nice to have you in my kitchen. It's so quiet these days, and looking forward to actually seeing you all in person at some point in the not too distant future, and having hugs and kisses and tea and laughter together. And until then, you can come to my kitchen through this thing. Sort of. You've got to improvise, you know, with what you've got. So, sending lots of love. Cheers guys, bye bye.